Being known as one of the oldest and most historic franchises in the NFL, the Chicago Bears have not seen the success you'd think over the past few decades, really. I mean, going from multiple different quarterbacks, different coaches, just nothing really seems to work. Playing in a tough division like the NFC North doesn't make it any easier. You have the Detroit Lions, the Minnesota Vikings, and the Green Bay Packers all standing in the Bears' way to get to the top. It's been over a decade since they last won an NFC North title, since they've last won a playoff game. The future is looking bright for the Chicago Bears. They did draft who is known as a generational talent coming out of high school with Caleb Williams at quarterback. But even with that, they still can't figure out and get it done. It's time to take over the Chicago Bears. The new regime is here, and with multiple different weapons, DJ Moore, Keenan Allen, Cole Kmet, DeAndre Swift, Caleb Williams as the quarterback, a solid defense as well. I don't see why we can't take this team to the top, compete for an NFC North championship and Super Bowls to come. It's time to turn around the Chicago Bears. If you guys are excited for this series, smash that like button and hit subscribe to never miss an episode. Like I mentioned, man, the Chicago Bears have a lot of weapons. I mean, their offense really on paper looks incredible. All starts with Caleb Williams, again, labeled as a generational talent coming out of college, the #1 overall pick. Rookie quarterback is starting for us. I'm excited to see how he can grow and develop as we move forward in this franchise. Then you take it out wide with DJ Moore and Keenan Allen. I mean, one of the best 1-2 combos in the league. DeAndre Swift in the backfield, who's had really good success with the Eagles, with the Lions. Now we see her at the Bears. Cole Kmet, a very reliable tight end. Offensive line is not bad. I mean, I do see some holes right there at center and right guard within the interior that we might want to tighten up a little bit. Same with the left tackle, but the bones are there. It's not the worst offensive line, so it's pretty decent on offense. I mean, again, we should be playing better than how the Bears are performing in real life. I really do think it comes down to coaching. Then you take it to the defensive side of football. You got Jalen Johnson, one of the best young corners in the league. Kevin Byard, who just signed as a free agent in safety. Incredible talent there. Tremaine Edmonds and Edwards in the linebacker room there. And then defensive tackles, not bad. Edge rusher, would like to see a little bit more. We have Montez Sweat, who was picked up in a trade last season. Not a bad player there. But again, you look on paper, man, I mean, they got a pretty decent roster. I feel like we should definitely have a nice push going forward as we progress through this career. We also have Rome Odunze, who the Bears picked up in the first round. So, I mean, what more could you really ask for in terms of options on offense? We're looking good, man. Here's a quick look at the settings for this franchise. All Madden difficulty. We'll start off with 7-minute quarters, accelerated clock down to 20 seconds. So that should give us some pretty reasonable stats. I turned dynamic momentum off. I just feel like I want it to be a little bit more of a genuine kind of gameplay feel. Don't want any of that cheese happening while we're playing on the road and whatnot. I've also adjusted the trade difficulty. I set that on hard right now, so we'll make it a little bit more difficult to make some moves. Hopefully we can get some more realistic trades. And the free agent motivation impact is set on high, so the free agents will definitely be impacted by that. We won't be able to necessarily sign all of the best available players. To start things off in this first game, I am leaving the sliders as default for the most part, just adjusting the CPU QB accuracy up to 53 and wide receiver catching to 52. So we'll increase the passing game a little bit. So we'll judge it by how we progress through the season and just overall difficulty of the game. We might make adjustments here or there in the sliders. And here's a look at the upcoming 2025 draft class. So we'll be seeing some of these rookies in season 2. All starts with the main man, Travis Hunter. You got Quinshawn Judkins there. We should have Genty as well. There he is. So, I mean, it's very stacked with talent all over the board. You got some good receivers. Obviously, Travis Hunter, a two-way player. And then not bad in terms of quarterbacks. Of course, we won't necessarily be interested in a quarterback. We have the quarterback of the future in Caleb Williams. But there should be some good talent coming into the league after this season. So that's the draft class there. So here it is, the introductory press conference as the new head coach of the Chicago Bears. I'm sure Bears fans have had enough losing, sick and tired of seeing teams like Green Bay, who are successful year over year. Detroit now is a powerhouse in the NFC North. Same with the Vikings. They always seem to have a great offense, and now they figured it out on defense. It's time for the Bears to shine. And the first question of the day comes about Caleb Williams, whether or not the rookie can step up and make a name for himself here in his first year in the NFL. Of course, we're going to need him to be a big time player for us. He is the future of this franchise, generational talent. And at the end of the day, we move with Caleb, right? We can go as far as he takes us. We have the pieces in place for him to be successful. So of course there is pressure. A lot of people say that this is the best situation that a #1 overall pick quarterback has ever gone into. I mean, typically you think about it, it's usually a very weak team at the top. With the Chicago Bears making that move to trade their first overall pick last season to the Carolina Panthers, and in return they get a draft pick and DJ Moore, which honestly is an incredible piece of business. I don't know what Carolina was thinking there, to be honest with you, but either way, it paid off. They were able to build a roster, and now they're sliding the quarterback in. Of course, the pressure will be on Caleb Williams, rightfully so. I mean, you saw what he did in college, winning the Heisman. In a situation as good as this, you'd expect success. Of course, there will be bumps in the road. He is a rookie quarterback. But hey, we have everything in place to be successful. So of course, we're going to have to make sure we keep an eye on that. Setting the season goal. Boys, we're going to get aggressive. We're aiming to make the playoffs. I don't see why we can't. Our strength of schedule is very weak, considering the Bears finished in last place in their division last season. So we have a very good schedule, very favorable schedule. Of course, it will be difficult to play in our division. We have some big time opponents to play against. But we can pick up a few wins here and there. We should be able to make the playoffs, no doubt about that. As we have another sideline interview here, storyline. Let's see who the center is of this storyline. What's it going to be, boys, at the practice field? What area of the team is the strongest? I would say it's our offense. A lot of big free agent signings. They made some good additions. Caleb Williams, of course, at quarterback. She's basically setting me up for failure here. Saying what part of the defense worries you? I'm going to say the run defense for now. I do see some holes in our defensive line, specifically at defensive tackle. And I'm assuming that, yeah, they're going to ask me now. So the interior D-line, definitely want to get some more success there. Might have to make a trade here or there. We'll see how we progress in the season to pick up a good veteran player in that position. But what do we have here? We're just going to say combined for 10 tackles for loss and 50 sacks. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Again, some of these goals, we set them up in the beginning. I completely forget about them as we progress, so not really too worried about it. But of course, that is an area that I'd like to strengthen, and for sure is that defensive line. Let's set up the weekly strategy as we face the Tennessee Titans. I mean, typically I just kind of leave it as is, just in terms of what it was already set. So we're going to look at watching the short pass, and then we will stick to medium passing. Sure, why not? This is what I'm more concerned about, or more focused on rather, not concerned, but focused on. Rome Odunze, Caleb Williams, for sure we want those two guys. Our punter, I mean, don't necessarily think that he has to be a focus player. So let's see, who can we put into that position? So we'll replace our punter with Jervon Dexter, senior 22-year-old star defensive tackle. He will be the main man in that interior defensive line at 74 overall, star dev trade as well. So he's a good looking young player there. We'll definitely want to get his attributes up, and we're just going to go ahead and simulate these mini games. I don't necessarily play them. I mean, I know we can get a little bit more XP, but I'd rather just go ahead, simi through that, pick up the XP nice and easy there, and they will start to progress as we carry on. We have some upgrades available. You love to see that at the start of the season, and it comes to Rome Odunze. He's got 2, so we'll definitely want to increase that. Want to increase his deep threat. Want to be taking some shots over the top. And then the other point we'll allocate to physical. I mean, he's a tall wide receiver. Let him go up there and snag that thing. +2 catch in traffic. So there we go. Rookie Rome Odunze is already progressing nicely. And we'll just go ahead and add all these remaining upgrades. We have one for Caleb Williams as well. So this is kind of where we want to make sure he's really well rounded already, which is really nice. I think we might want to increase his accuracy for now. Want to make sure that everything is on the money. We'll go ahead and upgrade field general. I will be looking to upgrade his throw power as well as we progress, but for now, not bad. 76 overall, the first year captain. Really excited to see what he can do for us. We know of all the highlight plays he had in college. Let's see how that translates to the NFL. And then for all these remaining guys, we're just going to go ahead and auto upgrade. There we go. Here's a quick look at how I set up the scouts so far for this season. So my priorities right now for this draft will be to address our defensive line. defensive ends and defensive tackles is where I want to prioritize our scouts. That's why for our national scout, we have a 3-star Travis Bailey defensive end, defensive tackle, so we get a nice boost there. For West, we set up a running back and offensive tackle. That's another area that I want to strengthen, is that offensive line, and hopefully we can pick up a nice offensive tackle to pair up with Caleb Williams for the future. Left tackle is an area that I want to strengthen for sure. And we have, again, running back, offensive tackle, DN, D tackle, wide receiver and corner. I mean, in Southeast, Travis Hunter is there. I'm not expecting to have a top tier draft pick. Hopefully, if we can make the playoffs, we will be picking a little bit later in the first round, but definitely want to get some scouting on Travis Hunter. Who knows, maybe there will be a trade that happens come draft day, but that's the scouting setup. Again, want to prioritize that defensive line and the offensive line. All of the skill positions are there. So now it's time to turn our attention to the Tennessee Titans. We got to focus on this upcoming matchup in week 1. Let's take a look at their roster just to kind of highlight some key players and find some areas where we'll need to either expose or tighten up on. I mean, the new signing, L'Jarius Sneed, we know what he was doing there at Kansas City. They've had some really good free agent signings, to be fair. I mean, Tony Pollard, L'Jarius Sneed coming in. They got Jeffrey Simmons as well, Awuzie at corner. So it looks like our passing game might be a little difficult to pull off. They have really good corners, pretty good safety in Quandre Diggs, good veteran player there. So their defense is actually kind of their strong suit. I feel like our defense should be able to take care of their offense, with Calvin Ridley being the main threat, Tony Pollard in the running game as well. But really, they seem to be a lot more heavily weighted towards the defensive side of the football. So if our offense can strike early and attack, and then our defense can take care of their offense, we should be able to pull off a win. Not a bad roster, but I am expecting a big dub in our season opener at home. Caleb Williams' first game. Definitely want to start his career off right. That leaves one thing remaining on the schedule, and that is to welcome the Tennessee Titans to Soldier Field. Caleb Williams' debut as a Chicago Bear. The expectations are high. Fans are excited and ready to go for this season. It seems like there's a lot of optimism surrounding the Bears this season, and why not? They have a very good roster, new coaching staff as well. Let's get in there. Let's give the fans something to celebrate. Let's put on a show. It's time to take on the Tennessee Titans. Let's get it going. So here it is, boys. We're at Soldier Field in Chicago for the season opener. The Bears against the Titans. Caleb Williams' debut as the starting quarterback for the Chicago Bears. A lot of hype around this team. One of the best rosters that the Bears have put forward in a long time. Caleb Williams, deemed a generational talent coming out of college. This should definitely be a good one. Of course, the pressure is on, but if there's anyone that can do it, it's the former Heisman winner, Caleb Williams. Let's put on a show, man. Expectations are high, fans are excited, but I know we can deliver. Let's get the job done. And here comes Will Levis and this Tennessee Titans offense. He is a little bit turnover prone. There's no doubt about that, whether it's an interception or a fumble. He's at 71 overall. He does have decent speed, so we'll have to keep that in mind. But I feel like if we can play some lockdown defense, keep an eye on Pollard and Ridley, we should be okay. Hopefully this defense can step up and get the job done. I mean, the Bears have had a pretty decent defense for a few seasons now. We have some good solid players. They try the little jet sweep, but Taylor reads that one, takes him down in the backfield for a loss of 3. And that's how you start the game, boys. Let's set the tone early. I called out the defensive line in preseason in those interviews, and they step up big time there. It's a run out wide to the left. We read that one with Edwards again. No gain on the play. And the boys are pumped and ready to go. And now, on a 3rd and long situation, we're going to pull out the double mug blitz. One of the best blitzes in the game, boys. You want to adjust your defensive line. Just user the player on the running back. And I thought that one was going to be caught, but it looks like Stevens was there. The catch wasn't made. I think his feet were on the line, so they deemed him out of bounds. And that's what I'm talking about, boys. Great start to the game. We send the pressure. And it's a 3 and out on the Tennessee Titans. Good spin move there. Carter going out wide. A decent little return here, nearly up to the 50-yard line. The special teams are stepping up too, and there we go. The face and the future of the Chicago Bears, Caleb Williams, is making his way out onto the field. Again, a lot of hype around him. He's got good speed, 76 overall, so a very good rookie quarterback. I am anticipating some ups and downs, no doubt about that. Like I said, he is just a rookie. There will be a little bit of a transition between the college and the NFL game. And that is why we are going to rely on our rushing offense to make life easier for him. If we can establish the run early on, it'll open up the passing game. We're going to start it off with a nice little inside run here. But I mean, wow, what just happened there? Defensive line fell apart. Excuse me, the offensive line. And DeAndre Swift gets taken down for a loss of 4. I'm going to run this little RPO bubble screen here as they are in a zone. So we get it to Keenan Allen. Quick little pass just to get Caleb Williams familiar with the passing game. Gets it off to Keenan Allen quick. I wasn't able to see how much of a gain we got there. We got to pick up a 4. But it's not easy as we find ourselves in a 3rd and long situation. So after our defense stepped up big, our offense has failed to get any forward momentum here. But let's see if we can convert on this 3rd down. Pressure comes in, just no time, no options were open. And unfortunately, our fate on offense is the same as the Titans had, punting the ball away. Not the best of punts either. Pollard calls a fair catch at the 21-yard line. And again, we hand it over to the defense. Let's see if we can get another stop. Let's see, what are the Titans going to do here? Are they going to run it again on 1st down? It's a play action. And the middle is wide open. We get caught out on that play action, and there goes Tyler Boyd. It's a 1-play touchdown. Will Levis finds his man. They expose the zone defense, leaving the middle wide open. And the Tennessee Titans strike quick. They said, forget the run. We're attacking here with the play action. Will Levis finds him, and we can't be doing that, boys. We cannot be giving up 1-play touchdowns, especially to the Tennessee Titans and Will Levis. I mean, no disrespect, but come on, man. That's unacceptable. We're going to run a little play action of our own. I do want to establish the run game, but let's see if we can take a shot down the field. Williams gets hit as he throws. It's an interception, but it's a fumble. And DJ Moore is there. So it wasn't how we wanted it to work out. It was definitely ugly, but we still managed to find our way up the field. We wanted to throw it to DJ Moore initially. Williams got hit as he threw. But then Swift, DeAndre Swift, the running back turned linebacker, absolutely smashes the corner there. Forces the fumble. We get the ball right back, and now we get some good blocking. There goes DeAndre Swift. If only he could have made that man miss on the spin move, he would have been free to go to the end zone. But still a good run there. Gain of 11 on the play. We're going to need some more of that, man. Definitely want to make sure that we do a good job establishing the run. And try to take this little RPO bubble here. They throw it to Roma Dunze. He gets hit. It's an incomplete pass. It was risky as well as they were in man coverage. The corner there stayed with the Dunze all the way. Just really nothing available. We're going to go back to the run now, though, on 2nd and 10. Get some good blocking there. Big hit laid down on DeAndre Swift. You don't want to see that if you're a Bears fan, but he should be okay after that. As it is now 3rd and 3, we're just going to put our head down and try to pick up a 1st down here. Hand it off to DeAndre Swift again. It's a little bit of a mess up front, and it's just not enough as we come up short. 4th and 1. I mean, we could go for a 49-yard field goal. Or we can go for a little tush-push QB sneak here with Caleb Williams. Let's move it over to the left side. It says 4th and 1, but it's more like 4th and 1.5. But it's enough. I held my breath there for a second. Wasn't sure if Caleb Williams was going to be able to get there, but he does. And we pick up a fresh set of downs. Let's go, boys. Let's answer back with a touchdown of our own. We're going to run a little play action here. I'm going to try to find Cole Kmet on the cross. If he can get open, he does. Good pass there by Caleb Williams. And there it is. The first touchdown pass for Caleb Williams in his NFL career comes to Cole Kmet. The sure-handed tight end showing off some good speed on that route. Gets open. Williams leaks out of the pocket a little bit. Finds him in motion. The pass was a little bit low and behind him. Komet does a good job of reaching back. Finds his way into the end zone. The Chicago Bears have tied it up. We're going to save that ball. Keep it to the side for Caleb Williams' first ever career touchdown. And there we go, boys. Looked a little bit shaky on that drive. Not going to lie. As Williams also, I guess, did throw his first interception of his career. We're able to force a fumble. The football gods are looking upon us right now. We get it tied up. That's all that matters. Let's not get caught out by another play action. We're going to stick to some man coverage here. It is another play action. Nearly got there. We were user in Edmonds. The ball was going up over his head, but Calvin Ridley, just too much speed. Get lost in all that commotion. And the Tennessee Titans essentially flipped the switch as it was going towards Edwards. I tried to pull off that interception, but he just didn't react in time. I had a feeling he was going to try to find Tony Pollard on that wheel route there. But we just couldn't get there in time. And it's unfortunate. But the Tennessee Titans are marching their way already in the red zone now at the 6-yard line as it's 2nd and goal. I was mentioning before that the Tennessee Titans offense, they don't really have too much that scares you, but I mean, the new guys, Calvin Ridley and Tony Pollard, are putting in some work as Will Levis tries to take it himself, getting a little agitated there. No need for that, buddy. So that does it for the first quarter. It's 3rd and goal, so hopefully we can put up a good stop. But 7-7, not bad at all. Let's keep it rolling. 3rd and goal at the 6-yard line. We're sending pressure. Let's see if we can get to Will Levis. We force him to throw it away. And the defense puts up the wall in the red zone. And I will take that, boys. I will take that. We keep the Titans to a field goal. Pretty good result, if I do say so myself, considering how the drive started off for the Titans. They were looking pretty good. Defense steps up. 10-7. Let's get another touchdown and take the lead. Very eventful drive for Caleb Williams last time out. His first career interception, first career touchdown. Take it back to the ground here. We can get some good blocking there. Only a minimal pickup of 2 on the play. I'm just going to quickly flip this run over to the left side. We want the wide side of the field on this halfback stretch. And then we get some good blocking, and DeAndre Swift is loose. He's got a lot of speed. There goes DeAndre Swift. Big time rush for the new running back. I mean, he's capable of that, man. He's a playmaker. He's big time, man. Seems like, the Lions didn't want him. The Eagles didn't want him. He can definitely have a home here in Chicago, especially if he's pulling off runs like that. We're going to go right back to him. And there he goes again. We get some good blocking there. Not ideal. Still a pickup of 6. I thought we could kind of squeeze through that gap, but unfortunately they got a hand to him. That's okay. Still a nice gain. I mean, I'll take 6 yards per rush all day. Speaking of which, we're going to go right back to it. We're getting much better blocking this time around. We get 3. It's 3rd and 1 now. And we're getting some decent blocking. Let's see. We're just going to try to pick up a first down here. That's the main objective. If we get anything extra on the play, it would be a bonus, but we get stopped up. And let's see. Do we go for the field goal? Or do we try the little QB sneak tush push once again? I mean, it looks like they have an extra man lined up in the middle there. But it is a short 1 yard. We're going to go for it. Caleb Williams gets down. Gets another first down. So we're taking a play out of the Philadelphia Eagles playbook there with the little tush push. I mean, I know it's not exactly the tush push. It's a QB sneak, but you got to go for it sometimes. We're going to audible into this little play action boot slide. And get Caleb Williams out of the pocket. Get this one to DJ Moore. And there we go. Finds DJ Moore and he finds the end zone. It looked like he was going to get stopped up just shy. But almost the Tennessee Titans kind of pushed us into the end zone. And DJ Moore gets on the book as well. There we go, man. That's a connection I want to develop as we move along this season. Williams to Moore, the dynamic wide receiver. Yeah, the Titans defenders pushed us into the end zone. I mean, we were just shy, but I'll take that. Let's go. Good drive that time around. Big play from DeAndre Swift to get us into good field goal position, or good field position rather. And then Caleb Williams and DJ Moore do the rest. And there we go, man. The Bears get the lead. First lead of the game. Not bad at all. Let's see if we can force a turnover here on Will Levis. I feel like it's enough of that kind of marching down the field. We got to get some attention to Calvin Ridley, but now the special teams are stepping up big for the Titans. What a great return. Find them at the 41-yard line. So we're not going to make it easy for ourselves. I hate that you can't necessarily kick the ball on the kickoff into the end zone. I just want to take it for a touchback. Set them up at, what, the 25, 30-yard line, whatever the case is now with the rule change. But it's like no matter how much power you put on, it's just never enough. It's a quick slant that time to Calvin Ridley. And again, I mean, he's just going to him all day. He's his #1 target. I want to double him up or something. Like cornerback matchups, let's do by overall. Come on, man. Enough of that. Enough of Calvin Ridley beating us. Titans are going to run it this time. We read that one there well as we send numbers to the ball. No gain on the play, so good job of stopping the run. Now we just need to figure out how to stop the pass, boys. Come on. We're going to shade underneath. There's a man wide open. I saw him there. It's Calvin Ridley. I should have switched over. Can't be leaving gaps like that, boys. We got to figure it out on defense. I know it was a zone coverage, so yes, there was a hole in the zone, and the Titans did a good job of exposing that, but I mean, it hurts when you just see him wide open. We do a good job. It's a fumble. And there goes Dexter Sr., the focus player on defense on that defensive line. A big hit forces the fumble. And we're able to pick the ball up in the air. I mean, I called it, didn't I? I was saying, let's see if we can force a turnover. Huge hit there by our linebackers. And Dexter Sr.'s there all day long, picking that one up out of the air. There we go, man. That's what I'm talking about. Defense stepping up big time. Let's see if we can put some points on the board after securing that turnover. Just going to take it underneath to Odunze. There we go. Good little play there. Here we go, boys. 2nd and 1. Yeah, take it right underneath there to DJ Moore. Not bad at all. Let's speed it up a little bit, though. Don't want to be losing too much time. I want to conserve our timeouts until we get to the other side of the field. Keenan Allen, what an incredible route there on the corner. And he's gone. The X Factor, veteran wide receiver, newly acquired from the Los Angeles Chargers, shows off that route running ability. And he just absolutely loses his man on that corner. Caleb Williams does well to get that one out in space past the corner. And Keenan Allen turning back the clock a little bit. I mean, not even turning back the clock. He's a great player. Let's call a timeout here. 47 seconds. Great job there. Looks like the offense is getting a little bit more comfortable as we progress. We're going to call a little screen pass here to DeAndre Swift. So we get some good blocking there. And I think he was able to step out of bounds to stop the clock. I believe so. So good job there. Converting on the screen pass. You got to pull that one out every once in a while. Now we're going to run this little mesh. And see if we can get something. I see Rome Odunze wide open. Touchdown for the rookie. Caleb Williams is putting on a show. Everyone is stepping up. Everyone's getting to eat on this offense, man. Whether it's DJ Moore, Keenan Allen, or Rome Odunze. We're getting everyone involved. Good job of kind of a little crossbody throw, but that's just talent and athleticism on display by Caleb Williams. We find Rome Odunze surprised he was wide open. Saw him with the corner of my eye. Got the ball to him. And the Chicago Bears are rolling right now in this one. Defense did a great job of forcing a turnover, and we repay them. Getting a great drive down the field, another touchdown. We're looking good, man. Let's keep it rolling. Let's keep it going. It's a new era for the Chicago Bears. And if I'm not wrong, we are getting the ball back at halftime as well. So, I mean, I feel like we have a very good opportunity here to extend our lead in this one. If we can just stop the Tennessee Titans from marching down the field. That's kind of the crucial areas. The 2 minutes before the end of the half and the 2 minutes to start the half. And those last 4 minutes there are crucial when you want to play good football. By the last 4 minutes, I mean the last 2 minutes of the second quarter and the first 2 minutes of the third quarter. can put up points before the end of the half and then get the ball back and put up points again, we can do a good job of extending our lead. I mean, so far so good. 2nd and 1 now at the 45-yard line. I hope that made sense. I feel like I was kind of rambling there. We saw that play all the way as Will Levis finds Burks. Nearly got there with Edwards. Just Will Levis did a good job of leading that pass out just out of the reach of our linebacker in coverage. And the Tennessee Titans look to be in field goal range. Just kidding. It's a touchdown. Come on, man. We can't be doing that. Gordon gets caught out. Tyler Boyd catches him on that little comeback route. If only he could have reacted a little bit faster. We did a good job of putting some pressure on Will Levis there, but Gordon was just... he got left in the dust. Tyler Boyd rolls into the end zone, and the Tennessee Titans cut the lead down. Yes, it is good that we get the ball back, but... I mean, that's just unacceptable there. 30 seconds remaining in the half, and the Tennessee Titans go down and get a touchdown. I feel like the Sliders definitely had a little bit of a part to play in that, as Will Levis is absolutely slinging it right now. But it is what it is, man. That's the challenge. It's not going to be easy, and that's what I like. As the CPU seems to be able to get the ball into the end zone, so it seems like it's just us that can't do that. 4 minutes remaining. Let's just see. We're gonna run it. I mean, I guess we could have just taken a knee with Caleb Williams, but who knows? Maybe DeAndre Swift can spring loose here. Little juke move. It's a fumble. I had a feeling that was gonna happen. Thankfully, though, it's zeros on the clock, so it is what it is. Doesn't hurt us in the end, but a little risky there. Should have just taken a knee. 21-17 at halftime. We get the ball back too, so hopefully we can extend the lead. Come on, offense is looking good. Let's keep it rolling. Time for the second half. Offense is rolling out on the field. We're going to start things off with a little RPO bubble here. As they are in zone coverage, you get some good blocking there. Keenan Allen, great spin move. Turning on the Jets. I like that play a lot, especially if you find the defender dropping back in zone. You know there's going to be a mismatch of numbers on that side. We do a good job of exposing that weakness in the zone defense. We're going to take it out with a little halfback stretch here. If we can just get out wide with DeAndre Swift. Good route running there. And there goes DeAndre Swift. He's loose again. Got a little shifty there. Finding his way past the coverage. 11 rushes for 94 yards. I mean, he's a stud. He's an absolute stud. We're going to continue feeding him here on this drive. We're going to go back on the inside. That time, though, he gets kind of caught out, stopped at the line of scrimmage. I feel like if we would have bounced out to the right there, we might have been able to find a hole. We kind of just stayed a little bit too much in the middle. Either way, though, we're going to go right back to it. Seems like there is a bit of a hole there on that right-hand side. Picks up 4 on the play. He's holding his back, though. Don't tell me he's hurt. DeAndre Swift is going to the locker room. Are you kidding me, man? He unfortunately has to go back to the locker room. We're going to run a screen pass here on the 3rd and 7. Get some good blocking there. It's enough for a first down and then some. The tackle basically forced him to rumble and tumble into good territory there. DeAndre Swift is done for the game. We're going to have to sub him out. Honestly, I might have to adjust the injury sliders a little bit. I feel like players, I know in previous career modes or franchise modes, they've been going down a lot. So we'll keep an eye on that as we just hand it off to Johnson for potentially the easiest touchdown of the game at the 2-yard line. And there we go. Unfortunately, it's not DeAndre Swift. He did all the work, and Roschon Johnson comes in and reaps the benefits of that. Nice little 2-yard rush for a touchdown, and we do a great job of marching down the field. We extend our lead to 11 with the extra point here, so 28-17. Not bad. Great drive there. Let's keep it rolling. We're going to start off in man coverage here. Tennessee starts it with a run, and we take him out in the backfield for a loss of 1 on the play. Good job by the defense. Montez Sweat is there for the tackle for loss. There we go, boys. Also going to send a blitz now. In that double mug formation, the pressure's there, and Will Levis gets taken out. Montez Sweat showing up big again. First with the tackle for loss, this time with the sack. And actually, not only that, but Will Levis is injured. Hobbling off the field. The Tennessee Titans are going to have to go to their backup quarterback, Mason Rudolph. He was actually starting for them right now in real life, or at least he was anyways. This time we're going to send pressure again. Blocking. Still with it. Force him to throw it away. And there we go. That double mug blitz is something else, man. You got to pull it out when you can. Pressure gets there. And that is how you answer the previous drives. Tennessee did a good job, but that time defense comes up big. We force him to punt it away. There we go, man. So Johnson's in the backfield filling in for the DeAndre Swift, but we're not going to go away from the run game as we get some good blocking there. Good spin move. Pickup of about 12 on the play. Our passing game will be reliant on our running game because if we're able to run it successfully, we can do stuff like this. Call a little play action here. Pressure's coming in. Got to get rid of it. I saw that edge rusher coming in on fire. We just have to get rid of it. We didn't want to take the sack there. Unfortunate, but it is what it is. 2nd and 10. At least we don't lose any yards on the play. That's what matters. We're going to get this one quickly to Keenan Allen. The defense did not keep an eye on him. He was open, got the ball in quick. And there we go. The primary target on the play gets the ball. Good connection there from Williams. There we go, man. We're going to switch it over to the right side. Actually, let's keep it on the left. I was going to switch it over, but we had blocking either way. I mean, pick up a 3, not bad. I was trying to see if we had an advantage either one side or the other, but didn't really look like it. See if you can pull off this little play action here. To Cole Kmet on the corner. There we go. He's wide open. Just secure that one. Found the little gap. I had a feeling he was going to be open on that corner route. And he was exactly that. We're going to go back to the play action again. I feel like we've done enough with our running game to warrant some more play action. And there we go. Keenan Allen in the end zone. And we're starting to run away with this one. That's why you got to run the ball early and often. Keep the defense on their toes and then take advantage of the play action later on. And we do just that. They can't cover. Keenan Allen finds his way into the end zone. Caleb Williams puts it right on the money. And there we go, boys. Another picture-perfect connection. Caleb Williams, in his first NFL game, I believe has 4 touchdowns, putting on a show, silencing the critics, and reinforcing all that hype around him. There we go, boys. 35-17. That's more like it, man. We get it kicked off. The Titans have done a good job of returning this one. This time we get them stopped at the 27. I feel like every time they get it to the 30 plus. Tyler Boyd, man, he's having a game. 5 receptions for 118 and 2 tutties. So I know we had the highlight of Calvin Ridley. Looks like we were able to take him away, and it's Tyler Boyd who's cooking right now. But I feel like the narrative of the game is starting to shift a little bit. The momentum is definitely shifting in our favor. With Mason Rudolph coming in. Will Levis went down with an injury. Still, though, a good pass there. Finds Calvin Ridley. So, again, I feel like the sliders are helping them out a little bit. Doesn't matter who's in quarterback. They're all making plays. I mean, that time was pretty routine. Little play action boot. I'm definitely getting caught up by the play action a lot. That's something that we have to work on as we progress in the season. This one's up, bounced off the lineman's head and goes back. I was hoping that we could potentially pick that one up in the air. Do a good job of getting some pressure and forcing Rudolph to get rid of it quick. Throws it right off of his teammate's head. And it's now 2nd and 10. It's a wheel route. Gordon is there, and it's a pick. Let's go. Perfect user pick. As soon as I saw him shifting to the left side, I knew he was going to the flats. Just have to cut it off, and we do exactly that. Kyle Gordon is there, gets a pick, and the defense is starting to step up big time. I mean, again, I'm not going to get too crazy, too excited. We are playing a backup quarterback right now, so... But we're taking care of business, right? That's what you got to do. You can only play with who's in front of you, and Caleb Williams is on fire right now as we take a look at his stats here. Or I guess just a little highlight reel of DJ Moore tumbling his way into the end zone. There's Cole Kmet's touchdown, so they're showing that off. I mean, at this point, I think we're just going to continue to run the ball. Let's keep possession. Let's take the clock down and just walk away with the dub. As there was a bit of a space there, a bit of a gap, but Johnson just couldn't get there in time. See, I like this little RPO bubble again. The defender does not stay with Keenan Allen, so they are in a zone, it looks like, and Keenan Allen is loose. So not only is an incredible route runner, he's also great after the catch. Turning on the jets for a veteran. Another big time chunk play there. I really like that RPO read bubble, man. It's a nice little play. And I see Allen and Moore on that left side. We're gonna run a play action. There goes DJ Moore. There's a flag on the play. What's that for? We're about to find out. Could it potentially be roughing the passer? Ineligible receiver downfield. Ah, man. Braxton Jones, the left tackle, got a little excited. We were running a play action, but he made his way downfield. And unfortunately, that big play gets called back, as it's now 1st and 15. It's okay. It is what it is. We're just going to spill out left here with Caleb Williams. DJ Moore caught that. I thought the ball was loose. We had to turn on the little skill stick there to get him going. And Williams does a great job of eluding the pressure, takes it out wide and just gets that over the top. It was a bit of a risky play. I thought it was going to get picked off, but we find DJ Moore. He secures the catch. 2nd and inches. End of the 3rd quarter. The Bears are rolling. As we take it to the 4th quarter, secure the dub and get the job done, boys. I say we just run it. Let's just run it. Run down the clock. Secured a fresh set of downs as well. Roshan Johnson gets going. It looked like he was going to get stopped, but puts his head down and tumbles through that Tennessee defensive line. I don't know why Simmons is... He looks like he's like talking smack or celebrating, doing something, but... I mean, just look at the scoreboard, buddy. You guys are down and it's not looking good. 1st and 10 at the 16. Let's see if we could find Johnson on the wheel. No, nobody's there. We're just eluding the pressure. Just get rid of it. Just get rid of it. I wanted to take, I think that was DJ Moore on the underneath route, but they were in the zone, so man was staying there and it was taken away. We'll run the little play action cross. Pressure's coming in and Keenan Allen is open in the end zone. If he can hold on, he does. It was, thought it would be a little bit easier of a play there because he looked like he was wide open. Pass was a little bit behind him. Should have probably passed it with the an advanced accuracy with the left stick, whatever you want to call it, the L2. But hey, either way, Keenan Allen, man. Well, I mean, could this potentially be the best pickup of the offseason? The veteran wide receiver is making life a lot easier for our rookie quarterback. What is that? 3 touchdowns on the night? 2? I can't remember, but either way, he's having a big game. Caleb Williams is having a big game as well. I think he's got 5 touchdowns, so... I mean, it's an absolute clinic right now. Putting on an absolute show. Dominating display of offense and defense. 42-17. And this is exactly what we need, man. This is how you start it. Start the season off right. Take care of business. Again, no offense to the Tennessee Titans, but this is definitely a game that we should be winning comfortably. We have the better team on paper. We've had some fortunate plays, no doubt about that. I mean, it all starts with the play in the first half with the interception, DeAndre Swift forcing a fumble, and DJ Moore recovered. That got us on the board. But I mean, ever since then, our offense has been clicking. Our defense has forced some good turnovers as well. So this one goes up. That's a good corner route by Okonwo. I thought we could pick that one off. It looked like it was there for the taking. I love when the ball's kind of floating up like that in the vicinity of our corners. And Rudolph is off to the races, slides down for a pickup of 6. I wanted to crush him there. I won't even lie. I wanted to absolutely crush him. 2nd and 4. I have a feeling they're going to be relying on the pass a lot as we're back there with Edmonds. I know he was thinking about finding the running back there, Pollard, on that route out wide. We do a good job of covering that up. And it's now 3rd and 4. I feel like we could have sent a blitz, but we'll just leave it as is. I'm going to pass commit, though. Tony Pollard, block and release. That one's up. But Tyreek Stevenson gets caught out in no man's land. Tries to go up and snag it out of the air. Just misread the trajectory of the pass, it seemed like. And the Tennessee Titans get away with one there. Definitely looked like it should have been an interception. This time, no, you're not getting away with that. Pressure comes in again. And once again, we're getting quarterback sacks off of not even sending a blitz. That is incredible. We're dropped back in zone coverage, and we just let our defensive line go to work. So I called them out in that press conference saying that it was an area of weakness, but I mean, they've answered the call like nobody's business. Tony Pollard bounces out. Good spin move. Gets all that yardage back from that sack. 3rd and 10 though. We're sending the blitz now. This is our go-to play. 3rd and 10 rather. This is when we send the pressure though. It's underneath the Calvin Ridley, just enough for the first down. Rudolph was calm, cool, and collected despite the pressure. Gets it to Calvin Ridley, and the Tennessee Titans find themselves at the 4-yard line. I feel like our defense is taking their foot off the gas a little bit here. I mean, you can't blame them with the lead being what it is. Good coverage there. Forced Rudolph to throw it in the back. Not bad at all. I kind of left the zone. I was thinking that he would go to that left side. I think we did a good job of pulling off the switch stick there. We're going to pass commit. It's a quick pass underneath to Calvin Ridley. We stop him just shy of the goal line. So, good job there. We're going to send the blitz. I mean, if I'm the Titans, I'm probably just going to try to run this one in. And that's exactly what they do. They find Pollard. They find the end zone. It is what it is. I feel like we should have definitely had a interception there with Tyreek Stevenson. We're just unable to get to the ball, and then they march their way down the field. We give up a touchdown, but I mean, I feel like it's just too little too late at this point for the Titans. They are going for the onside kick, so they want to make it interesting. Got the hands team out there. If they can just recover. Keenan Allen, who else better? Who else would you trust more in that situation than X Factor activated Keenan Allen? And really all that's left to do now is just wind the clock down. We're going to run this little RPO bubble. They stay in man coverage, so we're just going to run it. You guys noticed the man that was guarding Keenan Allen went over with him, so we just decided to run it. We're going to take it down to the 2-minute warning. We're going to continue to run it here. 2nd and 7. We're going to force Tennessee to use their timeouts as Simmons is there. I mean, I don't even know what happened to our offensive line there. He just left them in the dust. And unfortunately, it's a big loss on the play there. It's not going to stop us from running it. Gonna hand it off to Johnson again. Bounces off a couple. 4th and 9. And then we're just gonna have to punt it away. We're gonna let the clock run out a little bit though, and just try to force Tennessee back into their own territory. And it should be enough to call it game. Little shallow punt there from Taylor. Pollard catches it at the 14. 41 seconds remaining. I mean, Tennessee's probably going to try to go for it just to put some points on the board, but I mean, really, there's no point. This one's over, boys. How do we not intercept that? How do we not get that interception? What happened there? We were guarding Calvin Ridley one-on-one, and somehow, someway, our corner was unable to get his hands on the ball. Almost as if it glitched through. This time it goes underneath. Big hit stick there. I mean, Tennessee's still calling timeouts. Give it up. Should have picked that one off, though. I'm a little upset about that. It's an underneath route again. 20 seconds remaining. 24 seconds remaining, rather. They are really trying to get some extra points on the board. We want to keep him under 24. That was one of our weekly goals, so we can get some extra franchise points if we're able to hold them to 24. This one's up, and there we go. We finally get the pick. I mean, Mason Rudolph was really flirting with danger, and we're going to take this one back all the way. Try to take some extra time off the clock. Tyreek Stevenson crosses the plane, gets a pick 6 to finish it off. Adding insult to injury. This one was already out of hand, and you know what? If they want to go for it, we're going to make him pay. You want to try to go down and score rather than just taking a knee? Tyreek Stevenson is there, gets a pick. I mean, he was flirting with an interception, it seemed like, all game long. And this time, sticks with Burks, rises up, snags that one out of the air. And the defense gets on the board as well. Tyreek Stevenson pick 6. 49-24. Absolute domination on display. That's what you love to see, man. We can really build on this performance. I know, Tennessee, they're not the strongest of opponents, but you have to play who's in front of you. And if we're dominating Tennessee like this, it's a sign of good things to come. 8 seconds left. They should just take a knee, but they are going to go for it. Maybe we can get another pick. Why not? Or a sack. This one's floated up. Didn't really recognize it in time. I was there with Tremaine Edmonds. One last final play. 2 seconds remaining. They're just going to try to go for it. We're going back. Let's see if we can get Jalen Johnson an interception. Why not? No, nobody gets there, but that does it. Zeros on the board. 49-24. The new era of the Chicago Bears is here. Domination on display. We really turned it up in that second half, man. We took over. Incredible victory. Caleb Williams, flashes of brilliance. Really got comfortable as the game went on. Everyone got involved too. DJ Moore, Keenan Allen, Rome Odunze all getting touchdowns. DeAndre Swift, man, hopefully he can come back and be all right. He was having a monster performance. Defense forcing a lot of interceptions. So again, all areas of the football were incredible. Let's keep it up, man. Great job. Quick look at the stats before we progress. I just want to see how Caleb did. 137.4 QB rating, 16 of 21, 5 TDs, 1 interception. Not bad at all for your first game. And then we'll just take a look at the rushing. Yeah, DeAndre Swift, man, 13 for 98, 7.5 average yards per carry. Hopefully he can come back. He had 220 plus rushes too, so hopefully he won't be gone for too long. And then receiving, Keenan Allen, 7 for 156 and 2 tutties. 75 yards after the catch. DJ Moore, 3 for 44 and a touchdown. Rome Odunze, 2 for 16. And Cole Kmet. So, and the boys were absolutely cooking. Love to see it. Great job. Week 1, incredible performance. Big dubs. Let's go. We now have 45 franchise points to allocate. What we're going to do is increase these offensive coordinator abilities. So it'll boost our players' abilities a little bit. They're going to focus on the receiver guru traits here. Boost our route running. Yeah, medium and deep route running. I like that. So we're going to do 1 for medium, 1 for deep. So there we go. Our receivers are going to be even more deadly now. That's going to do it for the first episode of the Chicago Bears franchise. Caleb Williams' debut went pretty much perfectly besides that 1 interception, but it is what it is. 5 touchdowns on the night. Everyone was getting involved on the offense. Fortunately, DeAndre Swift is injured. Hopefully he can come back soon, but hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you guys are excited. Again, if you are, smash that like button, hit subscribe to never miss an episode of the Bears franchise. We're doing 1 game per episode, kind of trying this video style out. So hope you guys enjoy. I'll catch you guys in the next episode. Peace.